Hi and welcome to Lois and Morgana Davidson Art. It's Lois here, and today I'm going to be experimenting with a new colour to me. Well, actually I've had it for a year or so, but I haven't tried it properly. So I decided to try it out using this abstract landscape sort of format here with another colour. It's Van Gogh's dusk yellow, and it's a granulating colour whereby a granulating black, oxide black, has been mixed with a sort of quite a cool azo yellow. So that's pigment numbers PBK11 and PY128. I'm going to use a piece of £90 Saunders Waterford hot press watercolour paper, and I've taped it to my board. My board's at an angle of about 25 degrees, and I've divided it up into four using washi tape, which is a low tack craft tape. Here's the tube, and I think it comes in three other dusk colours. I can't now remember what they are, but I think there's four in the range, unless they've added to them. I'm going to use a waterproof fine liner just to put some really random marks across the page. That will stop me from feeling too precious about this and trying to produce finished paintings. I'm looking to experiment here to see what the paint will do, more or less left to its own devices with a little bit of help from me. So I don't want to get too precious. So by putting these marks across the paper, that stops me from trying to make a finished piece of work. This is just an experiment, and I'm going to team the dusk yellow with Payne's grey. I think that will temper the heavy black and give me some nuance. So, wetting the page with a 2-inch Princeton Neptune Mottler brush, a synthetic brush, and then I'm just going to sweep the paint on so it hits the wet page and the dry page in places, and just see what happens. It looks very muddy at the moment, I must admit. Adding in some Payne's grey here and there. But I'm starting to see some greeny yellows coming through, and that gives me hope and expectation that we'll get some granulation as it dries. So I've played around with these wet washes and going wet on dry onto areas of dry paper as well, and used the palette knife to add some marks. For an experiment, I think this looks really interesting. The colour combination is very different. It's quite jarring, but yet it's quite subtle at the same time. So let's take a look at these studies without the tape. So peeling off the washi tape, and I really get to see how the paint, water and paper and of course brushwork have interacted together. And I must say I'm really impressed with this dusk yellow from Van Gogh. I shall be using it in my current series where I'm exploring my local coastal landscape in a sort of semi-abstract way. And I certainly think the colours here really do suit the mood that I'm trying to get across in some of the paintings. There's a subtle granulation here, and it's a really strong combination of colours. I'm glad I used the Payne's grey. It'd be interesting to experiment with other colours and see what it looks like. And here I've teamed it up with a bit of sepia as well. I'm not sure if that brings anything to the painting actually. I like the parts where I haven't used much sepia, and here if I show you a close-up of the granulation, you can see that it's really beautiful and really bold. The colours are a lot brighter and cleaner than they look in this light in my studio, but I'm really pleased with this. So I'm looking forward to experimenting further with this. These studies will get cut up and put into my studio sketchbook, and I'll make some notes about what I like, what I don't like, the techniques that I use, and then I can refer to this when I need to later on when I'm working on some larger full-on paintings. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing that little peep into my studio process, some of the ways in which I explore new colours and new techniques, and of course new ideas, some of which will work, a lot of them won't work, but I won't be able to progress with my style of watercolour painting in my personal work unless I do a lot of this sort of experimentation. I'm learning through trial and error, and that's what this is all about. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave us a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much to our wonderful Patreons who support us and support this channel. And if you want to support Morgana or I, please follow the links below where you can support our channels and get access to exclusive content. Take care, see you again soon, and happy painting. Bye.